Hello guys, before we dive into the details of OpenAI's API used by ChatGPT, let's clarify what GPT is first. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's a type of artificial intelligence model developed for natural language processing tasks. Natural language processing is also known as NLP. Okay, the word generative means the model can generate tasks according to the prompt the user inputs to the model. Pre-trained means before the model is fine-tuned for a specific task, it undergoes pre-training processes. We feed vast amount of text data to the GPT model for it to learn the structure, patterns, and the nuances of the language. This is the phase learns to predict the next word in a sentence. The third keyword, transformer, is the most essential part of GPT. It refers to the underlying architecture used by the model. This architecture was introduced in the paper Attention is All You Need, published in 2017. You can check out this paper at this URL if you are interested in the details. The article mentioned a mechanism called attention. The keyword transformer is one of the attention mechanisms called self-attention. It's a mechanism that can find out the relative relationship of words or phrases in a sentence. For instance, there are 4 words in this sentence. I love this course. The self-attention mechanism can find out the weighted relationship of how those 4 words relate to each other. I will try not to talk too much about the mathematical part of it. Just explain the concept in plain English. To find out the relationship of each word in this sentence, each word will be converted to 3 vector values: query, key, and value. The query vector is a number that represents how a word is relevant to other words. The key vector is a number that represents how other words are relevant to the current word. The value vector is a number that represents the context of the current word. And where do these vector values come from? They come from the pre-training processes. We use the sequence of these words to name their 3 vector values: Q1, K1, V1, and Q2, K2, and V2, and vice versa. We use the word love, for example. Its relationship with the word I will be Q2 times K1, which equals S1. The S stands for score. Its relationship with the word love itself will be Q2 times K2, which equals S2. I think you can imagine what comes next. We'll get S4 and S4 to represent the relationship of love with this and course. Now we have 4 new values, S1 to S4. Do you follow me so far? I bet you do. Now we use a mathematical function called softmax to calculate the probabilities of S1 to S4. The equation is something like this. Each S value should be divided by a denominator square root dk. The square root dk is the dimension of the key vector. It's an adjustable parameter. Its purpose is to avoid the calculation result fluctuating too much to impact the training result. And what is the softmax function? Softmax is a function that is frequently used by machine learning and deep learning. It turns the raw scores into a probability distribution. So after softmax S1 to S4, we'll get 4 probabilities. Let's call them P1 to P4. Assuming P4 is the greatest probability value, then we can say that the word love has a stronger relationship with the word course. We haven't talked about when to use the value vector yet. In the final step, we time the value P to value V. Then we get our attention of this sentence. So the whole equation looks like this. Okay, The above is the basic concept of the attention mechanism of the transformer. And how does the transformer utilize such a mechanism? A transformer consists of two parts, the encoder and the decoder. This is the diagram introduced in the paper Attention is All You Need. The left-hand side of this diagram is the encoder, which encodes the input sequence into a fixed dimension vector. The right-hand side is the decoder, which decodes the aforementioned vector into an output sequence. Therefore, the transformer model is a sequence-to-sequence structure. If I want to translate I love this course into other languages, the self-attention mechanism focuses on capturing the context information of the target language, and the encode-decode process combines the output of the encoder and the input of the decoder, then we get our final result. I hope this introduction to what GPT is and how it works is simple enough for you to understand. See you in the next video. Let's talk about what ChatGPT is.